Hey everybody, today we are making Chinese chicken congee. I'll give you the full recipe that I have listed here, but just as we go, I'll make some edits because myself, this is a little bit strong when it comes to the ginger for myself. But I mean, I'll give you the first the recipe up front, and then I'll make the edits as we go, and you guys can just choose what you want to follow, what you want to do. So for starters, you're going to want 5 cups of water. You're going to want 1 pound of boneless, skinless chicken, and we're going to cut those up into cubes just so it's a little bit nicer while you're eating the congee, just to give it your own personal touch. You're going to want 1 cup of rice, and we're going to show you how to wash it, rinse it, and get it all ready to go for the Instapot. You're going to want 2 tablespoons of minced fresh ginger. Now, I myself use the ginger powder just because it's a little bit easier for me to get a hold of at my local store. And again, I'll show you the kind of conversion or the edits that I personally make as we go through. You're going to want a tablespoon of minced garlic. Now, I'm going to cheat throughout this process, and I'm going to get the pre-minced garlic, and I'll just put a couple spoons in. But again, I'm giving you the recipe up front, and then we'll make the edits as we go. Next up, you're going to want 1 tablespoon of toasted sesame oil. You're going to want 1 tablespoon of soy sauce, a teaspoon of salt, and half a teaspoon of black pepper. You know, the pepper is actually optional, and it'll give you a little bit of a kick on that taste as you go through. But anyway, guys, let's get started and we'll see how it goes. Alright guys, so step 1 is we're going to add 1 cup of rice to our Instapot bowl here. And essentially the game plan is when you prep the rice, you take 1 cup, you put it in the pot. Seems pretty magical. But essentially what you'll need to do after that is rinse out the rice. Seems kind of strange. I know you rinse out vegetables, wash them up before you use them. Kind of the same principle here with rice. So just put a cup in the bowl, rinse some water around, and then when you're feeling pretty good about your rice, just empty the water out. And please excuse me moving around with the camera here. I'm trying to hand bomb it while we're rinsing out the rice here. Alright, and there we go. I'm feeling pretty good about that, so we're going to go ahead and move back over to the table. We're going to add our 5 cups of water, and we're going to move on to the next spot. Okay, so we're going to add the 5 cups of water here. And there we go. Now we'll head back to the table and we'll add the rest of the ingredients to get our congee underway. Okay, well welcome back everybody. So the next step is we're getting ready to start adding the other ingredients. So next on our list is ginger. Now this is one of those ones where I say alter the recipe a little bit. Their ginger says 2 tablespoons. Now for me, I actually prefer to use 1 teaspoon, 1 TSP. So I'm just going to drop that on in there. So that's out of the way. Next up is the garlic. Now remember I told you guys I prefer to use the, or I cheat and I use the pre-minced garlic. So all I do is, as you can see, I got this guy here. And I only just use a couple of big spoons and I just dump it on in. Actually, it actually tastes really good based on the end results, which you guys will hopefully be testing soon. Next up after that is going to be 1 tablespoon of sesame seed oil. So here comes the fun part. It's a brand new bottle, everybody, so I'm just opening it up. And it'll look kind of like this here. It just says sesame seed oil on it. Not a big thing. And we just need 1 tablespoon. Hopefully that's in camera. There we go. Next up is 1 tablespoon of soy sauce. So we're going to drop that in as well. You can use any kind. This is just the ones that I have here. Doesn't really matter. Soy sauce is soy sauce at this point. I realize people will argue with me on that because there is different flavors, but we just need 1 tablespoon. There we go. Up next is a teaspoon of salt. This one is your own personal preference, whether you want to use the sea salt or the just regular table salt. A lot of the time I'll use the sea salt just because it's got added vitamins and minerals in it. But in this particular case today, I have the iodized regular table salt, which both have benefits for, so either or should be okay. And last but not least is going to be the black pepper, and I've got half a teaspoon here ready to go. We still have to cut up the chicken into cubes, but that will be the next part. There you have it. So the majority of our ingredients are ready to go. We're just going to prep the chicken for the next part and get cooking. Alright guys, please forgive my shaky hands with the camera again. We're just hand bombing it while we discuss the chicken. This is the final ingredient to the congee. Now, typically people just take the chicken, cut it up, throw it in, but the one step everyone seems to forget is washing your meat. Insert whatever joke you want right here. But in this particular case, we'll just crack that plastic seal open and we'll wash the chicken. And again, this is one of those things where you're washing the chicken because you have no idea what your food has been through during the processing plant or whatever in the packaging phase. So it's always good to just scrub the meat, make sure there's no toxins or anything on it before we put it in our food. Our chicken is now washed and cleaned and ready to use for cutting up for our congee. All right, so we're on our final stage. We're just taking the chicken out. We're cubing it, and then we're just chucking it in congee. And once we've got that done, it's just a matter of turning on the Instapot. So yeah, we'll just cube the chicken. We'll make it, it's up to you, make it just bite size or whatever you feel is the most appropriate size for you. And this is the protein side of the congee that helps you feel full after you're done eating it. And now that we've got all the meat cut and ready to go, place the remainder in the Instapot. And once everything's in, just give it a quick stir to make sure all the ingredients are good to go. And then we'll put it in the Instapot, turn it on, usually on high pressure for about 20 minutes, and it should be ready after that. Okay, here we are on the final stage. So in case you guys have forgotten, you're going on your Instapot, you're going to want to hit the porridge button, and you're going to want to hit adjust to make sure that you're on high pressure, and you only want to cook it for about 20 minutes. After that, let it go through its cycle. It should automatically kick in, and then there you go. So let it go through its cycle, and it should be ready to eat as soon as the Instapot goes off. All right?